Well, hello, everyone. Well, Ernie Shell has gone to New York, supposedly by accident. I do not believe that. No, I do not. He claimed to be in Kansas City when he was really in Tennessee. You see, Ernie and I live close enough to where if we go anywhere by bus, we have to take the same one, and I have intimate knowledge of that bus schedule. As my girlfriend used to live in Philadelphia before, well, she still lives in Philadelphia. She's just not my girlfriend anymore. And that will be fun taunting for James Robert Clark. And I have a little helper here that is needing support. She was sliding. But yes, I intimately know the bus schedule. Now, typically it's a 23-hour trip from my place to Philadelphia. Now, rarely there is an express bus that takes a slightly different route, and that's only a few times a month. And that is 14 hours to Philadelphia. So Ernie went right back up to London, Kentucky. He got him another ticket. And I can completely tell you his route. He went to Lexington. And then he was in Cincinnati, right around lunchtime. And then he was in Dayton. This is being with the 23-hour route. And then after Dayton, at 6 o'clock, the bus pulls out. And then you go to Columbus, Pittsburgh, Harrisburg, and Philadelphia. And if I was to stay on that bus 2 more stops, I would be in New York City. So, I am quite intimately knowledgeable about the routes. Now, the other one goes through West Virginia, but it basically takes the same route. After it just ends up going through a different section of the country rather than Ohio. It goes more West Virginia way. And he could have caught that one too. Either one, he would have been in New York City early today. You get into Philadelphia, about 8-ish. Traffic sucks there. So, that fits with what we saw. And he didn't know how he got there. Now, my trips were interesting. The employees were horrible. But I don't put it down to any racial thing, but what I do put it down is culture. Because I worked in some factories that they had their own cultures and they sucked. Those are jobs that you kind of like to be out of quick. Now, the one thing that I give Greyhound an AA plus is making sure that you're on the right bus. They have people there, they have lines, at some point, when I'm getting further along the line, it says New York City bus. And, it's got a destination pass along the way on the bus route. And as I said, when you're at the next stop on the layover, they announce, and you be in this line for this X. And, and they give you a little transfer slip that has your number on it. And, and the bus driver checks your slip to make sure you're on the right bus before. Now, you could intentionally get on the wrong bus, possibly. But what you've done is you've ended up changing your ticket at some point. Or you missed it and you had to lay over for another one and then you changed your trip. I could have always done that because it used to cost me during COVID $144 to get from Southern Kentucky to Philadelphia one way. So, and it was, I think it was $50 more for me to get to New York. So, for under $200 during COVID, I could have went to New York City whenever I wanted, although I have no desire to go to New York City. So that works well for me. But yes, He's had got him about a $200 one-way ticket, and he didn't end up there by accident. And he has someone that picked him up, and Ernie's on to his next scam. Now, he funded this from his last scam, which was getting someone a mobility chair, and then c'est la vie has the receipts that the chair was free. And all those donations is paying for Ernie's trip. Now, Ernie's in New York with the next sucker. Evidently, am I forgetting anything, ma'am? I was about to wrap this up. Did you have an announcement? You using your force powers? Are you casting the Milton John spell on Ernie? That's what you're doing. Oh my God. Richella has now cast a spell on Ernie, and now Ernie must escape New York. Now everyone, please put your comments below and have a good day.